Hi, you're welcome to Talks with Benga. Please, if you are new here, do well to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, please do well to like, comment, and share. Today, I'm going to be talking on how to write a winning statement or purpose. How you can write a winning statement or purpose, a statement or purpose that will stand out. So, before we dive in fully, I want to talk about what is statement or purpose. What is a statement or purpose? Statement of purpose is also known as personal statements. This is an important piece of your graduate school application that tells the admission committee who you are, what your academic and professional interests are, and how you intend to add value to the graduate program you are applying for. That is what statement of purpose is all about. So now I'll be talking about tips on writing a good statement or purpose. Tips on writing a good statement or purpose. The first one is your statement should clearly have the purpose it's supposed to have. Your statement should clearly have the purpose it's supposed to have. That may sound too obvious to be worth saying, but many statements fail on this elementary criterion. The statement should be narrowly focused on convincing the intended reader. Most of the time, the professors at the graduate school who teaches the program to which you are applying for. So your statement should be focused on convincing the intended reader that you have a serious and a well considered purpose in applying to that program. A compelling statement will convince the reader that you are the kind of student likely to thrive in the program to which you are applying for and would contribute to and not merely benefit alone from the academic community. Do you get it? So that is it. So that is the first tip. The second one is a statement of purpose is not a narrative of your accomplishments. A statement of purpose is not a narrative of the catalog of your accomplishments. The readers of your file will make judgments based on many considerations, which include your statement of purpose, your transcripts, your references, and other things like that. So, but your statement of purpose must only reveal your academic and other accomplishments that is necessary for your application, that is important to your application. There's no harm in mentioning a particular accomplishment in passing in your statement when this is relevant to explaining your purpose in applying to that program. If that accomplishment is relevant to explaining your purpose in that program you are applying for, then you can include it. But if it's not relevant to the program you are applying for, then please don't include it. Tip number 3, your statement should be of the right length. Normally, statement of purpose should be of maximum of 2 pages. Just know that the interviewer, the reviewers have many things they are going to many documents they are going to review that day, and they have time constraints. When your file is being read by members of the faculty, they will be reading it alongside with many other files, and they will typically be reading under severe time constraints. People tend not to be especially tolerant of perversity under these circumstances, to put it mildly. If your reader has evidence that you will take 10 words to say something that another person, equally a qualified candidate, will say in 6, you might well find that the other candidate will be prepared over you. So be precise as possible and don't lose, but make sure you include sufficiently details. Number 4, tip number 4, make absolute sure that your statement contains no misspellings, grammatical or factual errors, and that your prose is as lucid as you can possibly make it. Your readers will reasonably expect that your statement is an example of your writing at its very best. Your writing at its very best. After all, if you are really serious about applying to a graduate school, then you will have devoted a lot of time to your statements, and that's, you get it now. And what the reader sees is presumably the outcome of multiple drafts and prolonged efforts. Poor writing and factual errors are very strong evidence that you are not ready for a graduate school. Do you get it? And what you are presenting to the readers is telling them your ability and what they think they know that you can present. That's what they will see that you can present. So they will see as your best. They will see as your best. So make sure you do the best, because that is what they will see. So don't just write. Do the necessary grammar correction. Read over and over again. Read over and over again. Don't just write. Read over and over again. Read over and over again. Don't just submit anything anyhow, because what you are submitting is telling them your best. Don't just submit anything anyhow. So that's just it. Don't just submit anything anyhow. If possible, give your friend to read, give people to correct for you, and use online grammar corrections. You can use Grammarly, you can use QuickBooks and many other online resources to make your grammar okay and to remove errors. Number 5, tip number 5, a statement of purpose for a doctoral program is different than one for a master program. Do you get it? A doctoral program and a master program, they are not the same. It's not saying that a master program is not inferior to a doctoral program. They are just mainly different. I'm not saying a master program is of less standard compared to that of a doctoral program. No, but the standards are different. They are different, but the standards are certainly different. For example, in a statement of application to a master's in social sciences in education, an excellent statement of purpose might or might not indicate any particular research topic that the student wishes to pursue in that program. The students might also be unsure about which particular social sciences will be the most important ones in each of our studies. Being unclear about this matter is not inappropriate when one is applying to a broadly focused master's program, but being unclear about them will certainly be a liability in doctoral application. Our academic programs are more intensively specialized at doctoral level, and a corresponding degree of specialization and precision in the way of applicants specify their academic purposes is reasonably expected. Evidence of your familiarity with educational research currently under the way at the graduate school is probably a good thing to see in any statement or purpose, even at master's level. But in doctoral application, it is extremely important to show that your interests converge closely with current research of faculty who work in the program to which you are applying. Other doctoral applicants will certainly do this, and if you don't, you will forfeit an important competitive advantage to them. Tip number 6, your statement should be tailored to the particular institution to which you are applying. Even though you can use the same statement of purpose for many institutions, but be as much as possible to be precise and tailor your each of them at least to the institution you are applying for. This is not strictly necessary at master's level, but even there is a good but this is a good idea. Of course, it's only common sense to apply to several similar programs at different institutions. So your statement of purpose in applying to the program at graduate school may be 80%. They say as the statement of purpose you submit to 2 or 3 or 4 programs elsewhere, but few sentences that address why you are applying to the particular institution in particular to the institution in particular can be very helpful. A student application might be quite strong overall without making it clear to the reader why university in particular will be an excellent fit for the students, as opposed to some other institution to which he or she has applied. A statement of purpose can stand out by addressing that question directly and persuasively. So, thanks for watching. Please do well to like, subscribe, and comment.